Hey, I'm Ojo. RuneScape, a world of endless ways to tell your story and choose your path. Welcome to the story of my Zeah-locked, challenge-oriented Ultimate Iron Man, where as I level my stats and complete preset goals, more of Zeah becomes available to me. Welcome to the Trails of Zeah.
Hello and welcome back to the 5th episode of Trails of Zeah. My name's Ojo. We are at a crossroads today. We have to choose our new region. We already have a city, so the big question is, do we want to go towards Magic, Wintertot, etc.? Or do we want to go more towards smithing, mining, and really grinding out some a little bit more combat? Well, I have decided to go towards Lovakench. The reason why is because we have a little bit more content here, and it will allow us to do a little bit more and better prepare for Arceus. The big thing, and this is probably the deal breaker, was the deal breaker for me. Wintertot's going to give us a lot of resources that we want to use, but the ores and stuff that we get from Wintertot, we wouldn't be able to use if we don't already have access to a furnace, which would be located in Lovakench. So, Lovakench, and this time we actually have a plan. So up on screen here, we've got my plan on what skills to level up to get the next 200 total level to unlock the Arceus region. So just briefly, quickly, some combat XP and almost all the skills except magic, and then the big one's going to be mining and smithing, trying to get them up to 39 levels each. There's a lot of room to gain, and that's a lot of useful experience. It's going to be helpful with other grinds, and then just kind of rounding off my other skills to get them ready for Arceus. So like the 50 fire making for Wintertot, 50 wood cutting because I'll end up getting it through the fire making. Cooking and fishing, just because I need the extra levels and whatnot. So yeah, we have unlocked our third region now, Lovakench. Let's go. So the first thing that I want to get into with the new region, the new unlock, is smithing. And we're going to do it, we're going to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. We're going to be training our combat stats and eventually our range here on dwarves. We're looking for 10 copper bronze bars from these guys. 10 and copper, obviously we'll smelt them here. Bronze bars, we will keep them. And iron bars as well, I will keep them if I get them as drops. And then we'll bring them over to the anvil here. Unless there's an anvil in here that I'm unaware of. But yeah, and we'll turn them into bronze arrow tips for the moment. That way we can make these into headless arrows. Or into bronze arrows. We're going to do that until 15. And on our way there, level 6 smithing, we're going to be making a bronze limb so we can finally get that bronze crossbow. So I'm going to be here killing these guys for a while, just to give you an idea. Pretty decent XP, they don't hit too hard. Better than men and women. Unfortunately, they don't drop easy clues, I don't think so. But we'll get some decent drops, and I'll probably pick up some of the bronze items and just some of the general store here. Get some more GP. So yeah, I'll see you back when we're doing our first inventory smithing. I think we've got our first maze random, so we're definitely going to do this. Unfortunately, I don't have a full run, but let's see what we can get. We can probably still get something pretty decent. I'll see you at the end of the maze. We're going to get a nice 75%, I think. Last door here. Touch, 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 touch. There we go. Let's see what we get. Anything good? Do we really... Of all the things to get, we get probably the most useless thing. Well, I guess we'll make some more arrow shafts, but God, that could have been arrows. That could have been so much better. I want to say we got some gold out of it though, but damn, never lucky. Alright, so with our bronze bars here, we ended up getting 8. We got some iron bars. Again, I'll hold on to them for a bit. I don't know how long I'll hold on to them for. And yeah, we're just gonna start making stuff with them. Get the level up. Probably just gonna drop them, and I'm actually gonna drop my bronze axe here. And the reason for that is we can now make bronze axes, so I don't need to worry about actually keeping it. Just make all these into stuff, drop it, head on back over there, and repeat the process. The next time you see me, we'll probably be around 15 smithing. Got a hell of a grind ahead of me, but it shouldn't be too bad. Would you look at that? We're getting a second run at the maze here. Let's see what we get. Coming up on the end here. Hopefully we get something better than feathers. Another 75%, not bad. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, something good. That's a real shame. That's a real shame, because that's pretty good. It's just I can't use it. I'm going to think about holding on to these because it's so far away though. Yeah, myth's like 50. The coal, however, the noted coal, that's pretty good. That's only 30. So, I don't know. We'll probably end up just selling it. Alright, so we're pretty much at like the 4-5 hour mark. So we're up to 10 smithing. We've got some more bars here. There's 38 attacks, so we're working on, oh well, there's another bar. So yeah, we're just continuing the grind here. We're on our way to get the 40 combats and 40 hit points, and then we'll be switching to range. I'll be taking one of these bars, making a crossbow. We're going to use up all these bolts that we have here. We used the first 50 or so bars making bolts, bronze bolts, so we could use those feathers we got from the maze random a while back. And yeah, no, now we're just kind of taking it easy, just grinding it out here, killing these guys for bronze bars, copper, tin. I've done a couple runs to the mine, filling up my inventory, coming back. I'd say they both come out. Obviously, if I just wanted the smithing XP, that's what I'd do. And I would just keep running the same cycle and I'd be done. I'd be done within the next hour. But here we're, like I said, we're killing 2 birds with 1 stone. We're getting the combat XP that we need while also getting the smithing XP and prayer. We're up to 26 prayer. So, you know, we're going to probably finish that off at maybe some baby reds once we start training range. So yeah, I'll see you back once we hit some milestones and yeah. Alright, so we're going on a bit of a detour here. We've got everything we need to make the crossbow, and by everything I mean the limbs, the most important part. We're gonna head on, grab a cow meat for the sinew, a knife, so that way later we can cut down a tree, make it. I'm gonna sell the oak short bow for now, because we're getting close to 40 attack. Once we do get it, we're switching to range. Keep grinding on the smith and we're almost there, a few more levels. And since we're down in this area, we're going to grab an inventory of copper and tin. So we'll just get everything we need to make the crossbow. Alright, we now have all the materials to make our crossbow. So this is a nice upgrade to the account. We're finally going to be able to get some good range training. Unfortunately, I did just miss it. We've gotten 40 attack, so we can now transition into the range using the crossbow. Gonna keep going here. We still got the smithing levels to get, so let's get a couple range levels. One thing I'm gonna mention, in our page, our plan, we had said 40 hit points. We're probably going to go past it, which just means we might get less farming levels or thieving levels, etc. So, yeah, let's keep going. And with these last 2 bars, we're not going to get 15, but that's fine. 14 is just enough. We're going to be able to use a Dwarven Stout that we can buy at the bar over here, and we'll be able to use that to boost up to 15 smithing and start making bars. So no more killing dwarves, we're just running back and forth now. So with these Dwarven Stouts right over here, we just hop on up and grab the iron ore, come over here, drink the stout, smith the bars. Once we get a full inventory, we then go down and hit them with a hammer. Alright, so yeah, the first inventory, 4 out of 12. I mean, I knew that this was gonna suck, but it's fine. It's better than bronze. I don't have to kill dwarfs anymore, and I don't have to walk across the map to mine copper and tin. So you know what, we'll take it. It's just a short walk anyway, so let's get us 30 so we can get to that steel. Well, with that grind, we finally made it. A little bit of a change up here in the plan. First of all, go through the inventory. I decided to drop a few things, swap a few things out. We did sell the steel med helm because we can now smith one. We've dropped the hammer, we've dropped a couple herbs. I want to say I dropped some other stuff, but I really wouldn't be able to tell you. We dropped the bronze bolts for the iron arrows that we ended up fletching. And we've got a bunch of unfinished steel bolts for once we do get back to the crossbow grind. Also dropped the bronze crossbow since we're going to be making a new one anyway. We can make one at any time. So that's the inventory. Now for the skills and the change in the plan. So on screen here, we've got a few things already checked off, but there's a few changes. So range, I dropped it down to 30 from 40 because we need to get some levels elsewhere. Same thing, thieving, dropped it down to from 40 to 38 simply because I want to be able to thieve some master farmers. Mining went up to 44 because it took 44 mining just to get the 36 smithing, and obviously smithing went down from 40 to 36. Reason for that, 36 is going to be able to get me the steel limbs, so we can make a steel crossbow once we unlock winter tot and get a teak log. Comes into the next change here, so we remove cooking and fishing and replace all those levels and some other levels here and there into fletching. We're going to go for 46 fletching. That way we can make the steel crossbow and actually finish these bolts, put the feathers on them. It'll also get us closer to 50 fletching, so we'll be able to make that maple short bow as well. Fire making, wood cutting still the same. I'm aware wood cutting is probably going to be higher because we're going to need more logs to get the 46 fletching. And last but not least, we just upped a bit the farming level because I had a few extra levels to play with, but we'll see where we go with that. So we've actually finished the attack, the strength, the defense, hit points. We're getting pretty close to prayer. We're sitting on 28 prayer. We've already passed hit points. We've got, like I said, 44 mining, 36 smithing, and yeah, no, next episode's going to be really rounding out what's left, getting the 600 total, and actually starting in the new region, which going to give it away already. We're going to Arceus as the next region, mainly because we gotta get on the winter tot grind, and now finally being able to use the ores that we'll get and use the logs. The only thing I'm worried about is maybe the fishing gear. We may not be able to cook all the fish we get, so we'll have to look into that. And the herb lore as well. Big reason why I'm trying to up my farming levels as well. Might get some better seeds. Anyway, we'll see. Until then, thanks for watching. Just wanted to mention my private's always on, so if you want to send me a message, feel free. TrailsOfZeah. And I hope to see you again next episode. Have a good one. So my main man here, would I be? He's given me Baban. So what a legend. Thank you, my man. Thank you.